Good evening, Garden Gang. How's it going? How's it growing? I hope everyone's having a good day today. Uh, I'm glad to have actually been able to relax today, to be honest. I literally, all last week, I was not able to do a whole lot of relaxing. I had too much going on last week. I barely got to touch my game in. Today, I actually got to relax a little bit. Also, I'd like to tell you guys, after stream yesterday, excuse me, after I ended stream yesterday, my good friend Drew told me this little trick on how to make the shiny Voltorb spawn, and I figured to test it out during D&D, and it worked. Literally everything in this box right here is a shiny that I got yesterday. I got this Drifloon testing out to see if the same trick that worked on the Hisuian Voltorbs would also work on the Cantonian ones. And sure enough, it works on both. I'm going to tell you guys this little trick here in a minute. We got... I don't know if I should show you guys with the Cantonian Voltorbs, or if I should show you with the... Where is it? Hisuian Voltorbs. Which would you guys want to see me get for you? The Hisuian ones or the Cantonian ones? Because, like, I got both of them that we could do. I mean, either way, I'm gonna hatch some of these eggs. Try to see if I got a shiny Tadbulb in one of these. I have not had time to replenish my eggs at all, so. Like, I think this would be kind of fun. Oh, you weren't supposed to explode yet. Can't show people the trick if you explode right now. How's it going? It's going pretty good, Tai. It's going pretty good. I haven't had a chance to actually talk about the trick yet, but... Because I was waiting for someone in chat to say whether or not I should show the trick with the Cantonian or the Hisuian Voltorbs. Because the trick works on both. But I had after I finished stream, my friend Neandrew, who's part of the Pokemon Dusk Discord, told me about a little trick for the Hisuian Voltorbs. And I tried it out, and I got almost a full box of just Hisuian Voltorbs. And so I was wondering if it worked with Cantonian, and I tested that out as well last night. And I literally... Here, let me show it off again, since you weren't here for it. Boom. This entire box is shinies that I got yesterday. You're gonna try for some tonight? Well, let me show you this trick then. Let me show you this trick. The trick is real simple. So what you want to do is you want to go to an outbreak. And... Oh, wow. I got a shiny Voltorb already! This was not intentional. This was not intentional by any means. I haven't even done the trick yet. Trying to talk about the trick, and I didn't even get the actual chance to. But, we'll put him in a different box. Oh, it already auto-set him to that box. Okay, that's fine. So the trick is outbreaks have different tiers of effectiveness as to how many you've KO'd, right? How many you've made either KO'd or caught, right? So what you want to do is you want to get it to the last tier. And essentially, once you get to that last tier, well, okay, so it does this throughout the entire thing, but the Voltorbs that explode, they don't count it towards the outbreak spawns. It doesn't count any Voltorbs that explode towards the outbreak number. So, if you get it to that highest tier, which increases your shiny odds the most, then you just run around and let them blow up. And then essentially, you can just keep respawning them as long as you don't leave that outbreak. Well, you know what? I don't have a sandwich running, so I can just... do that. You know, try it? Yeah. And I'm going to show it off real quick as soon as I get up to that tier. Because that tier has the highest shiny odds for outbreaks without a sandwich. And I literally got all of those Voltorbs that you saw in my box. I got all of those yesterday without a single sandwich running. Yo! A second one?! No! I'm not even doing this trick and I'm getting all these shinies! I don't even need these shinies, Tai! I don't even need them! I need to stop getting these shinies so I can actually show the trick off. Definitely getting lower. Come on. There we go. And this will work for even Voltorb Outbreak. Yo, I see a number 3 back there! Wait, don't explode, don't explode, don't explode. Do those shinies not explode in the overworld? Okay, that is great that the shinies don't explode in the overworld. Shinies won't explode? Yeah, no, they don't, obviously. Because that one would have exploded if it did. If they do. I'm curious. Yeah, none of these are marked so far. I got like 5 marks yesterday by doing this as well. But see, as soon as you catch the Voltorbs as well, it does count towards the outbreak count. So like you gotta find that balance. And yes, I already did do my fungus outbreaks earlier today. I did that during the time that I was actually chillaxing today. Like, I can't believe I've already found 3 shinies this stream. And I haven't even started the actual trick. My gosh. Okay, so there's not much left from the outbreak, right? That's your cue. Seeing that, you then start running around and just making them explode. Because the exploding ones, like I said, don't count towards the outbreak count for them dispersing. Help with cosine law today? Cosine law? The heck is cosine law? I didn't even see that guy in the tall grass there. Yo, just a classic Pokemon! They were hiding in the tall grass, and the tall grass, and I couldn't see them. Yeah, the same trick that I'm doing right now with the Cantonian Voltorbs. They actually told me the trick. They told me this trick for the Hisuian Voltorbs, and I tested it to see if it worked with the Cantonian ones as well, and it seems to work. So. Figuring out angles on a non-right angle triangle. Yeah, I've only done sine, cosine, and tangent with right triangles, so I couldn't tell you anything else. For a second there, I thought that was a shiny Metatite. A squared plus B squared is equals... Oh, the Pythagorean theorem is just a specific case of it. Okay. I guess that makes sense. I mean, a squared plus b squared equals c squared is more about the lengths and not the angles. If you're talking about just angles, that's like, if I can remember it, sine is equal to the opposite divided by the hypotenuse. Cosine is the adjacent divided by the hypotenuse, and the tangent is the opposite over the adjacent, if I remember correctly. Cosine's law can help you with both. I suppose that's fair. I just don't fully understand cosine law, apparently. It exploded on my egg! It exploded my egg, come on. I should have thought about wording before I said that. Oh, it's a good thing Sanity ain't here. Note to self, make that into a short. C squared equals A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cosine C. That is weird. It's a dragon egg that explodes when hatching. No. It exploded before it hatched. Also, welcome in Direwolf Dan. I'm currently trying to just show off a trick that I learned after ending stream yesterday, but I seem to have better luck before doing the trick. Have you heard the trick for Voltorb outbreaks? You heard I was being very lucky with the Cantonian Voltorbs? Unfortunately, that was before the trick. Okay. So the trick is this. Outbreaks have a set number of encounters to them, right? You can only kill or catch so many of them. Well, for some reason, and this isn't just for this outbreak, it works for all Voltorb outbreaks. The ones that explode don't count towards the outbreak counter. So you literally can just make them explode and respawn, and you can basically just do that an unlimited amount of times until you catch enough to make the outbreak disperse. And yes, I was getting lucky. I had found 3 of them before doing this trick, but I haven't been able to find another one. Essentially you get it to the highest tier before the outbreak disperses, and then as you run around and make them explode, it's supposed to allow them to respawn, and you can get more Voltorbs that way. Because you're not interacting with them, allowing them to actually count towards the thing. But I'm not seeming to have much luck right now. I actually tested this out yesterday after stream, because I was told after stream about this trick for the Hisuian Voltorbs. And so I tried it out, and I wanted to see if it worked for Cantonian as well. Taco Bell or Chipotle? I have to say neither one, Viking. My stomach can only handle certain kinds of spices, and those typically found in Mexican food, my stomach does not like. So but once I find one more shiny Cantonian Voltorb here, I'm going to go do the same trick over with the Hisuian Voltorb so you guys can see that it works for both. But I want to get one more Cantonian Voltorb before I do that. And even a quesadilla, it's just cheese and some salsa and guac. Yeah. Yeah, even with a quesadilla. And even then, I don't like salsa, and I don't like guacamole to begin with. It's just the chunkiness. I don't like chunky. You just have cheese and steak. Yeah, well, I mean, even then, just anything Mexican, I don't know what it is exactly, just doesn't sit well with my stomach. What about Cajun? Cajun, not so much. I can have Cajun to an extent as long as it's not excessive on the amount of seasonings. Cajun is... Oh, there he is! There he is! There's the shiny Voltorb! You never had Cajun? What's that? Cajun's like a Southern American style. Like, not like South America, but like Southern US. Got a little bit of a kick to it, and yeah, Louisiana. Louisiana. Essentially. The Voltorb summary, is it marked? Not marked. Oh well. But since we got that one, now I'll go show that it works with the, that it works with the Hisui ones as well. But Popeyes have it? Popeyes is Cajun. Popeyes is Cajun chicken, is what it is. I know they're saying now is love that chicken from Popeyes. But it used to be Louisiana Fast. Although, in my opinion, I've had Popeyes before. And it's dry. It is... Proper Cajun chicken has the spice. But it also is nice and juicy. But Popeyes is a very dry chicken. Hey, Nixie, welcome in, welcome in. How you doing today? It's been a while since I've seen you in chat. Cajun has a better kick. Popeyes is just more commercialized. Yeah. No, and it's not that it... And I don't mind the Cajun seasoning that they use in it. But it's dry chicken, and I don't like my chicken dry. This isn't gonna work right there. You don't know why YouTube hasn't been sending sending out my notifications. I don't know. YouTube is stupid sometimes. But yeah, I'm just showing off a little trick that I learned. So you have way too many shinies because of this event. I do too, Nixie. I'm not actually hunting them right now. I should probably remove that I'm hunting them from the from my thing here. But I'm just trying to show off a trick that I learned for those that haven't gotten a shiny yet. You want to see me do Cloud in a Bottle trick? Tell you what, Ty, you get me... Let's see, what am I at right now? 218? You get me to 220, but before my sleep lock, and I will do it during the sleep lock. $45 is too many. I'm not quite at 45, but I'm getting there. Bottle in a bottle. Yeah. So Tai is a scientist, and one of the things he does is he goes and does science demos for kids in elementary, or I guess where he is, it's what, primary school. It's Canada. It's weird, but he posted a video today of one of the little experiments he does, and it's a cloud in a bottle. I haven't actually, like, fully watched it yet. I started it, and then I got sidetracked, so I haven't actually... I don't know how it works completely. But from what I understand, it's something that could easily be done with household items. So... Use elementary and primary interchangeably. You got a second phase for your Entei and DA hunts today. Drudican. Oh, Drudican Shinies. Actually, don't remember what Drudican Shiny looks like. I gotta look at that now. Sword and Shield. A through G. Good again. Green and orange. Oh yeah, it's a reverse carrot. It's a reverse carrot. But yeah, once I hatch these eggs, Nixie, I'll show you just how many shinies I've gotten so far. Need isopropyl alcohol, 2-liter bottle. Or a half-gallon bottle. A bike pump and a rubber stopper. Like the ones they have on chem beakers. So the only thing that I probably wouldn't have would be the rubber stopper. First phase was a Duke's Flareon. Not bad, not bad. I actually phased while testing out this trick last night and got a Drifloon, so. Did you know that cashews still contain poison? Yes, but it's a non-lethal amount of toxins. I mean, and even then, believe it or not, apple seeds actually contain cyanide. I see a shiny Hitsui and Voltorb. This is not intended. I'm not even doing the trick yet. Oh, I looked it up, Dan. I looked it up. Good old HCN. What is that, cyanide? I don't know the chemical compounds for everything, Tai. I may have taken AP Chem and almost passed the AP test for it. But that doesn't mean I memorized everything. I actually... Do I have it in here? Yeah, I think I have it in my closet right here somewhere. Give me 1 second, chat. Yep, there it is, right there. That's right here. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff in that closet. It's really a bunch of random stuff, so. But this, when I was in high school, I took 2 years in Spanish and chemistry and AP Chem, and I needed to make flashcards for each of them. Like, I actually had actual assignments to make flashcards. So in this thing right here, I still have some that are blank, but I've got all these different note cards, all these different flashcards that have Spanish translations for just one word at a time. And I think it's like the first 50 elements. Which, if I remember correctly, that's hydrogen, carbon, and nitrogen. I may not have memorized the entire periodic table and been able to like memorize exact compounds, but I know I understand. I remember a lot of them. Read them all to you? I don't have the time to be able to. I really don't have the time to be able to do that. Maybe if we get to 250... Maybe if we get to 250 subs by my sleepathon... Sleep block... I will do a couple of the chapters. If I get a shiny, read one? No. The periodic table song is still stuck in your head. I never actually learned the periodic table song. I just learned like the first 50 of them. And a couple of other ones. Just the ones that we mainly needed to be able to do the experiments in class. Like, oh, that's Spanish, that's Spanish. That one's Spanish, that one's Spanish. Spanish, Spanish. Spanish, Spanish. Spanish, Spanish. That one's Spanish. That one's also Spanish. Where are my periodic table? Where are my elements? Oh, they're right up front, and they were literally hidden. Yeah, see, they're literally just 3x5 note cards, and I turned them into flashcards. It actually helped me quite a bit. Whereas physics, I never took physics. I never took a physics class. High school or college, never ever touched physics. Closest I came to physics was a materials class. El Diablo Loco Amigo Salsa Senor. The Devil's Crazy Friend. dances, sir? No, dance is baile. Dance is bailar. Salsa is a specific kind of dance. Or also, as a sauce for foods. Oh, you're talking about the devil sauce. The hottest hot sauce. That's what you're talking about. Wasn't it required for engineering? Not mine, because mine was just a general. Mine was a mechanical engineering. Oh, there aren't many left from the outbreak. Yes, that's perfect. That is perfect. That's what I need. So for those that are just joining in and haven't heard the trick, once you get to this point in a outbreak, you can just make them explode. You can literally just run by them and make them explode to get them to respawn. Because them exploding does not count towards the outbreak count. So you can literally just do this and make them explode, and they will respawn just as long as you don't catch or kill any of them yourself. No, the closest that I had to come for physics and engineering was a materials class. But we never actually did any physics calculations. We just had to design a bridge that could handle a certain amount of weight using just using wood and some other small things. But it was more so understanding how the materials work together than trying to understand the actual physics behind it. Yeah, as long as I can get one to pop in here, then I'll move on to something else. I got a Piplup outbreak that I want to try to hit today as well. So like I'm doing this without a sandwich too, by the way. Like you can see, no sandwich is active, nothing's going on. I'm going purely off of your static boosts with the shiny charm and the outbreak kills. And I did the same thing yesterday after I ended stream with my test runs. Also, in case you guys are curious what this is above my head over here, that is a announcement thing for my sleep block coming up. I'll be talking about it more later. If you're in my Discord, you did get a announcement about it yesterday. But I will make a actual full-on announcement with it towards the end of stream today. Oh, I didn't actually count how many I had. I know I got a full box of shinies yesterday. Although, yesterday's not just Voltorb. There was a Fungus, there was a Coughing, a Luxio, and a Drifloon. And then today I got a Fungus as well. And then I've gotten a few Voltorbs, but I'll have to double check that count on the on today's Voltorbs. Spoink's just sliding down the hill back there. He's just chilling. Everything's fine as he's sliding down. Among Us. Yes, I will be getting I will be evolving one of the Funguses later. But I wanted to show off the actual box of shinies that I got yesterday. So I never actually evolved one of them. I do kind of wish that they had more, that they had access to Hisuian Voltorbs before this, but I think I saw one over there as it went into the hatching sequence here. But I can't see it now because the grass is too tall. I'll have to go over there and check. Nope. Y'all got any theories for the Pokemon Day Direct that'll be coming out here in a couple days? Size does matter? What do you mean size does matter? Size doesn't matter. What do you... What did I say that made you prompt that, Tiny? I'm confused, Tiny. Explain. Excuse me. Reference song? Yeah, but like, why? I don't even know why you... Oh, that's a Halucha. I'm like, what the heck was that? We're just trying to figure out why you're saying it in the first place. Oh, hey, you know what? I need to... That. Boom. Oh, the grass. The grass is too tall. Okay. You're thinking remake announcements? What do you think will be remade? Gen 5? Now, me personally, I won't be able to stream the a live reaction when it goes out. But that same day I will record my reaction to it. And I'm betting that we'll get Gen 5 remakes or like a new Legends game. Because I actually really want a new Legends game, to be honest. I love Legends Arceus. I have put in so much time into that game. I literally almost have a shiny living dex in that game alone from Pokemon that I've only caught in that game. If that tells you how long I've spent in that game. But yeah, I don't think we'll actually get a Gen 5 remake yet. I think Gen 10 has to come out first. Even a Gen 5 Legends where we see the original dragon. Yes! Yes, that is something I want to see if they do a Gen 5 Legends. Ooh! Actually... Should I talk about that? Should I talk about that? I should try to make a video of it later. I don't know if I should do a video of it because I don't like scripted content. Like, I don't like making scripted content. Should I tell you, chat? Should I let y'all in on a deep dive as to what mine and my brother's brain can do? If you guys want me to tell you this thing, I'd have to run to my bedroom to grab my notes to make sure that I tell you all the correct things, but my brother and I were talking about the Pokemon Day Direct the other day and theories and stuff like that, and we came up with an idea. And quite honestly, it is a great idea. But my thing is I don't like doing scripted stuff. I've tried making scripted content in the past, and I just feel weird doing it. So I probably won't make like actual scripted videos. But like I'm willing to share ideas that I have. And if somebody like wants to, yo, there he is, there he is. He's on top there. He's on top. He's on top. I saw him. There he is. There he is. Now that we got this one, I will catch him real quick, and then I'll go across the hall here, grab my notes, and I will tell y'all this little thing as we move over to hunting Piplup down. Yeah, Tadbulb, you learn all these moves. Y'all see how quickly you can get shinies because of doing it this way. Like, it's obviously not the fastest route because I don't have, like, a sandwich active. And I'm running just off of pure, unedited odds. But, like, you can still make it work. But I will be right back. I'm going to go grab my notes. In the meantime, what I'll do is I'll pull this up. So y'all can take a look at that. And I will go grab my notes, and you guys can take a look at the announcement screen there. Old handheld virtual consoles on Switch finally. Oh, well, that might actually be a fun idea. Also, welcome in, Drew. I'm just showing people the trick that you taught me last night after I got done with stream. And now that we got that done, and we were talking about the Pokemon Day stuff, I thought about an idea my brother and I had. What was it? A week ago from, like, 9 days ago. And did I collect two times more? I collected a couple Hisuian ones, and I collected a few Antonian ones as well. But my brother and I 9 days ago we were talking about oh, hey, you know what? It might help if I move the announcement slide out of the way. We were talking about the Pokemon Day Direct and how I won't be able to stream it, and just theories that we have for it and stuff. And we came up with an idea for a new Legends game. And the Legends game we were thinking of is because if they come out with a new Legends game, what region are they going to base it off of? And the thing about it is I've heard rumors of, well, ideas of a old Johto for Legend Celebi. And I've heard of a older Unova for a Legends Kyurem. But nobody's boasted ideas about a Legends in the Hoenn region. And my brother and I were like, well, what would they do for a Legends Hoenn game? Because with the Hoenn region and not BDSP, but Oros, they did a big dive into Hoenn's history, and they even brought out the origin / primal forms of Kyogre and Groudon. So what could they add to the legend story in the Hoenn region if they've already gone to the original forms of the main box art trio? Well, the idea that we came up with was a Legends Reggie. And the idea behind Legends Reggie is it'll take place in a older Hoenn region, because the Reggie trio, Reggie Steel, Reggie Ice, and Reggie Rock, started out in the Hoenn region before moving over to Sinnoh with Reggie Gigas, and then again into Galar for Reggie Elekis and Reggie Drago. But there's so much unanswered lore about the about the Reggie group that we came up with different forms for each of the Reggies and unique items that would convert them back into those forms, just like the red orb or blue orb with Kyogre and Groudon, the meteorite with Rayquaza, the Grinsis, Adamant, and Lustrous cores and globes for Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. Now, we didn't actually come up with an actual name for the forms themselves. But we were thinking along the lines of, like, primal forms, because that was the thing for the whole region was primal. And so with our things, Regigigas can have. Regigigas gets what did it do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new forms. One for each of the other Reggies that exist. The thing about it is the item for each of the Reggies would affect a different part of the body. We didn't actually like, specify which parts of the body would change based off of the form that it took. But they would all be normal and whatever type the other Reggie is. So like with Regice, you would have, or I guess I'll go in order of what we have here. We did a rock fragment for Regirock. And that would make Regigigas a normal rock type. And his ability would change to be Rocky Payload. So instead of Slow Start, he gets Rocky Payload, which gives a boost to rock type moves by, I think it's 30%. All of his new abilities will do the same kind of thing to those specific types of moves. And then, so that would be like the rock fragmented form. The next form would be the Regice form, which would be with the ice fragment. And so this is the ice fragmented primal. He would be a normal ice type with the ability. Now this one we had to come up with because there is no current ability that boosts ice types like this, except for Refrigerate. But we didn't want to give him Refrigerate because we didn't want to give him the additional boost to his normal type attacks as well. So instead, what we gave him was a ability that we call Freezing Grasp, which does the same thing as Rocky Payload, but for ice types. So it boosts ice type moves by 30%. And then same thing with the Iron Fragment. He'd be normal Steel type with the Steelworker ability. Shock Fragment, he'd become normal Electric with the Transistor. Drago Fragment would make him normal Dragon with the Dragon's Maw. And then once you get all 5 of those fragments, you unlock the access to find a 6th item called the Elemental Core, which was removed from Regigigas as he was making each of these additional Reggies. Because it actually states in his lore that he used pieces of himself to make the other Reggies. So we decided to take that and make an item called the Elemental Core, which he pulled from to make these Reggies. And that would make, when equipped to him, brings him back to his primal state, his original form, which we decided to say would be normal and fighting type. And since we didn't want to do the same kind of thing with the like Rocky Payload and all that stuff, we decided to instead just flat out give him adaptability, which we know it's kind of crazy to give one of the highest base stat total legendaries, but like we couldn't think of anything else to give him. We might come up with a new idea later, but we decided to go with adaptability for it. And because it's a primal reversion, and the primal reversions act like mega evolutions, and they get a buff to their stats, we're also giving him plus 25 to his defense and special defense, and plus 50 to his special attack. Yes, all of these new forms get rid of slow start, because you can't double up abilities unless we were to do something like what Calyrex has with the as one. But we didn't want to do that. We wanted to get rid of the slow start completely with all of his forms. And the other cool thing that we did with Regigigas specifically is that his signature move, Crush Grip, which deals more damage when your opponent has a higher HP. I think it's like a base 150 if your opponent has full HP, and it drops down to like 10 if your opponent's on like 1 HP. But like, that move will now change typings based off of what fragment he's holding. So if he's got the rock fragment, Crush Grip goes from a normal to a rock type. Same thing with the ice fragment, iron fragment, shock fragment, and the Drago fragment. But we didn't decide whether or not with the elemental core, whether his Crush Grip would change to be the fighting type move, or if that would just stay normal. So we still need to like flush that idea out a little bit. And then because this is, of course, going back in time, the Regis have an original form as well, because their the forms that we know them by would have been withered down into that state or compressed into that state over time, just as they've been slumbering and stuff like that. And we tried to go with typings that aren't that common out there, or ones that they're not that common but would make some sense. Give me a second, chat. But Regirock would be rock and grass type. And we went with rock grass because there's only 2 Pokemon that have that typing so far, and that's Lileep and Cradily. And it kind of makes sense because like moss grows on rocks, and yes, this is an older form. This is a primal form of him, basically, but we figured he could have started out with the moss, and then over time the moss just kind of died off. And as it was dying off, it ate away at his body and shaped him into what we know now. And it's not going to be like he holds an item to become this form. This is the form you find him in, is the rock and grass type form. Regice, unfortunately, we couldn't come up with a real nice dual typing form that isn't all that common. We did end up just going with an ice water type for him. So Moss could be the true Regirock and controls the Golem. No, Regirock would still be the Golem itself. It's not going to be like a Parasect kind of deal. But maybe like, moss erodes away at rocks over time, and eventually the moss does end up getting died off and suffocated by the rock as well. That's kind of why I was thinking that. Moss and can break down rocks. Yeah, but over time, if it doesn't have access to the nutrients it needs to survive, which when you find any case of finding Regis in any game, they're always locked away. So when it's locked away, the moss dies off because it doesn't have access to what it needs to survive and grow. Now I lost my train of thought. Regice, yeah, being a ice and water type. Kind of thinking like it being like a half melted kind of form, like he's forming himself up out of the ocean kind of deal. And he's not yet fully solidified. So he's got it kind of takes on like this more of an aquarium kind of deal, where he's got like you can still see water moving around inside of his frozen body, but it's completely sealed off. So it's not like it's actually like possible to slosh out of him, but you can just see the water moving around inside, and eventually, because his body is naturally freezing all the time, that water does eventually does freeze over and solidify completely inside of him. So that's kind of where our idea was with that. And then for Registeel, we actually had two different ideas. One of which I feel would be better suited for like a future version of Registeel and not a past version. But chat, I want to see what you guys think. I'm not going to tell you who came up with which idea, because they're both great ideas. They're both great ideas for a new form of Registeel. But I feel like one's more suited for a primal version and one's more suited for a futuristic version. The ideas were a fire steel type and steel fire, my bad, steel fire, because it's always going to be the same primary type. And then the other one was steel poison. With Registeel, the ideas were iron ore pollutions and mechanical pollution. So that's why it was steel poison. The other one was like kind of like the same idea as Regice, where he's like half formed, and so he's like in kind of like this. I can't think of the right word, but the little bowl thing that foundry workers use with the molten steel inside of it. Because if you think about it, the two sides that like clasp around his main core is like a bowl-like thing that kind of would make sense to be like trapping in the steel and like cooling it down that way. So I'm kind of thinking. So we were kind of thinking that as an idea as well. Which one do you guys kind of like more? The steel fire, or the steel poison? And then and I'll wait for you guys' response before I move on to the last two. Both seem really good. Yeah, but I'm talking like, which one do you think would make more sense for like a primal Registeel? Steel poison is unique. Is it a unique type? I know there's only one fire and steel type, and that's Heatran. No, steel poison is not unique. It's not a unique type. Reverum. Varoom and Reverum. They're steel poison types. Yeah, see, Steel Poison right there, Rever Room. I forgot they were. Did Team start messing around with them? Yeah, Team Star kind of made them all unique typing, and those types are unavailable to us to use. So I can understand the confusion on that, but yeah, Room and Rever Room are Steel Poison. So there's technically more Steel Poison types than there are of Fire Steel type. We're gonna get over here. Oh, I thought I had all my eggs hatched. Yeah, so what do you guys think? Steel Fire or Steel Poison? You wanna give the Voltorbs a go now? Hey, use the trick, Tiny. Use the trick. You're almost guaranteed one at that point. You'd say Fire Steel? Alright. I'm still not going to reveal which one was my idea, which one was his idea. Just because I feel like if I do, that would still sway those that haven't, like, placed their ideas out there yet, so... The next one that we did was Regieleki. And, I know I kind of said that the Steel type makes Steel Poison for Registeel makes more sense for, like, a future one. But we couldn't really think of anything to really, like, add to Regieleki to make it a kind of unique type that makes sense. But we ended up going with Electric Poison. Because of, like, fossil fuels and light pollution and all that stuff that comes with electricity. But then again, electricity is still kind of a new thing. And it was as soon as electricity was discovered, the concerns about this stuff did kind of arise a little bit. I mean, it wasn't as prevalent then as it is now. But like they still knew about the concerns of pollution when they were first talking about making electricity like this. So wait a sec. Random shiny Poplio! Oh, come here! Come here! Oh, oh yeah! I can't believe this. I cannot believe this one bit, chat. Oh my gosh. I will take that Poplio any day. How do I not have shiny Poplio? How do I not have an image for shiny Poplio? What is wrong with me, chat? There we go. Poplio. But yeah, no, we were definitely thinking electric poison. There's also only two Pokemon that have electric poison type, and that is Toxel and Toxtricity. So like, again, it's a low typing, but like, I think it still works. I will admit it's kind of a bit of a stretch, but it is pretty much the only thing we could come up with for it. And then for Regidrago, we were kind of thinking... We were kind of thinking, Dragon and Fairy for the Regidrago. And part of the big reason for Dragon Fairy typing, is because... I bet y'all didn't fully know this, but each of the Regis are based off of different ages of planet Earth. We have the Stone Age, the Ice Age, the Iron Age, the Modern Age, and with Regidrago, it's the Dark Ages. And the big thing about the Dark Ages was fairy tales. There was a lot of fairy tales. There was a lot of stories and a lot of stuff like that going on. So we decided on fairy because to tie it in with the fairy tales that were told during the Dark Ages. Really, there's nothing more aside from that. That's literally like all we could think about putting with it, and even then, the only dragon fairy typing out there doesn't even exist in the games anymore. It only exists in Gen 6 and 7 with Mega Altaria. Once you reach Gen 8, Dragon Fairy doesn't exist on any Pokemon anymore. But that's basically where we stopped at with the building of Legends Regi. We kind of planned on getting together again and talking about like the starters for that and stuff like that. Because the thing about it is if they do what they did with Legends Arceus for other Legends game, where the starters are not of that region natively, and they get brought in, what starters would we have for a Hoenn game? Yeah, what do y'all think of all of that? I know it's a lot, and I know I just kind of threw it all at you all at once, but what do y'all think of it? Seems cool? Tai, what do you think? You been lurking? So did you miss like most of it, or did you catch most of it? Because I know when like I'm lurking in chats, I'm not fully paying attention. So like, got most of it. Okay, that's cool. All right, well, I'm glad you guys liked the idea. It's definitely definitely more of just a fan idea. We don't have any way to actually like make this a reality for us. Like we don't have any programming skills. We don't have the knowledge or the capabilities to be able to make this a reality at all. Except for if we pay someone to do it. Even then, I don't know if people want to do that now, but like that would definitely be a fun idea to do. We even possibly talked about, like, down the line, if we wanted to keep this idea growing and going, that we would try to find artists to commission the artwork of these primal Reggies. Seems epic as a game or as an AU story. Yeah, definitely would be something fun to, like, either sit down and just write out, or like, or actually try to find a way to develop it. But like, we don't. I wish my brother and I could actually, like, sit down and figure out how to actually, like, mod Legends Arceus or something and make it into a Legends Reggie game, but we just don't have the time, the money, or the capabilities to do any of that. So. We'll just hide Piplup for now since we're not actually hunting it. This seems like a bad spot for an outbreak, chat. I'm just gonna come back to this later. I might do pick-a-back hunts later, but I'm not liking that outbreak location. It's too hectic of a spot to try to manage. Weird, I could have sworn I saw shiny. You know what? Chat, let's come up with this idea ourselves. What starters should be for a Legends Reggie game? Now, obviously, we'd keep it to the different actual starters of the 9 regions, but like, which starters do you think would make sense for a Legends Reggie? We need 1 fire type, 1 water type, 1 grass type. What cry was that? Oh, it's Happini. Leave me alone. Shoot us. Hey, Evolutions! Welcome in, welcome in! Thank you for joining us today. We're kind of doing a little bit more chill stream now. I showed off a little trick that I learned for those that need it for the Voltorb outbreaks right now. And now we're just kind of hunting randomly. No luck yet. Are you trying the trick, Tiny? You are? Just give it some time. It'll work. I mean, if you want to boost your odds even more, you can put a sandwich on. But it doesn't... In my opinion, you don't need the sandwich for it. What trick? Okay, I'll show you in a second once I finish up this set of eggs. Because I still have the outbreaks active. But essentially, to get it started, you need to get to the highest tier of outbreaks before they disperse. Which is, there doesn't seem to be very many left in this outbreak. And then... actually, I could just show you. I'll just head over there now. I'll head to the one that's close, that's easier to get to. Wait, where did you come from? I don't remember that Voltorb outbreak being there. Well, we'll just head over here. We'll just head over to the one that I already have set. So you know how outbreaks have like a set counter, as you kill them or catch them, the counter goes up and it disperses after a while. Well, essentially, there's a weird thing that works with essentially just Voltorbs. And it works for both the Cantonian and the Hisuian ones. Where after you get it to that highest tier, because as you get it up there, it does increase the shiny odds. So you don't actually need to use a sandwich for it. But as it gets up there, you can run up to them, make them explode, and that one did not count towards the outbreak dispersal. None of these that are exploding will count towards the outbreak dispersal. And so essentially what you can do is you can just get it to any tier that you want. You can even do this at the baseline tier. And you can just run around, make them explode, not have a care in the world. Just don't kill any, don't catch any, and just keep making them explode, because it's not gonna make them. It's not gonna make the outbreak disperse. And essentially they will still respawn, and after a while they will spawn in shinies. Trying to see, I'm just trying to get one more, just trying to get one to spawn so you can actually see it happen. I have to try that with the Cantonian outbreak once you finally get an EV evolution, an EV slash Umbreon to show up. Oh yeah, definitely. And it's a nice simple trick. I will show you just how many I've gotten off of doing this trick alone. And I'll do that after I finish up hatching this column here. So after I hatch these next two, I will show you just how many shinies I've gotten this weekend alone, and just how many of them have been Voltorbs. Most of them from this specific trick. Alright, here we go. This is the second one, so, and then I'll go show you just my collection of Voltorbs. Let's take a look around real quick. I do not see a Voltorb active, a shiny Voltorb active, so we'll go do this real quick. So, these ones here are just the ones I've gotten today. These are ones I've gotten today. The first three Cantonian ones I got before I actually started doing the trick. And same with this first Hisuian one. But we go to this box and just look at all these shinies I've gotten this just yesterday even. I started streaming at 3 p.m. yesterday. I got these 3, and a Hisuian Voltorb and a Cantonian one. And I got told this trick after I finished streaming, and I literally filled up the rest of this box with just checking to see if this trick actually worked. And checking to see if it works with Cantonian ones as well as Hisui ones, because from what I was told, it was a trick for Hisuian shinies. But not for Cantonian. And so I asked him, I asked my friend, I'm like, hey, does it work for Cantonian, or do you not know? He goes, I don't know. Hey, there he is! There he is! There's the shiny! There's the shiny! See? It works just like that, Evolution. Now that one just counted to the outbreak counter, to the dispersal counter. So now, obviously, if you're still running it just based off of base odds, you're not gonna have extremely high luck. Depends on how quickly you make them explode, I guess. And how much you're actually paying attention. And what else can and will spawn around you. And obviously you can use a sandwich with this trick as well. The sandwich will boost your odds considerably. So I personally don't see the need to, because of how quickly you can get shinies off of this trick. And just how many you can get off of it. You can definitely try it with the sandwich if you want. Most of these Voltorbs I have gotten without having a sandwich active at all. So and the only downside to me doing this trick so much that I have is it makes it when it comes to my duplicates, I'm gonna get rid of them either at the end of my either after my sleep block that's coming up, or once I finish off my Gen 9ers. So once I get Tadbulb. So either once I get Tadbulb or after I do my sleep block, I'll be surprised trading these away, all my duplicate shinies. Just for anyone to have. I don't know if I'll be doing surprise trades or if I'll be doing like link trades and just have the code active on my screen somewhere for you guys to put in and get. But basically, I'm just gonna give them away. All of the dupes that I currently have in my box. So, also welcome in Planet Terra. I did see you come in. I hope you enjoy the stream. I don't think I've seen you around before. So, but welcome in. How many shinies do I have? Too many. Too many. So these are just the ones I've gotten today. These are the ones I got yesterday. And then I had... Where is it? I had this one prior to it. Like, I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I actually have a full box of just Voltorb shinies right now. And speaking of shinies, let's make this 31 shinies. Yeah, personally right now, I don't care if these guys explode in the battle or not. Just because I have so many of them. But, like, even then I'm still gonna try to catch as many as I can. Because the more I catch, the more I can get rid of, and to people that might want them. Do I have Shiny Clodsire? I do have Shiny Clodsire. The only Gen 9 Pokemon I do not have as a Shiny is Bellabolt. Which is why I am hunting Tadbulbs through Masuda method. How many? Just the one. Actually, I have a Wooper and I have a Clodsire. Okay, let me double check my dupes box. Here's my dupes box. I do not have a spare Wooper or Clodsire. But if I go down here... Whoop! There it is! And then... I don't know why I named this thing Derpet, but... There we go. There they are. Wooper and Clodsire. But Wooper is actually a pretty easy one to shiny hunt. If you make a ground sandwich and then head over to the swampy area on the east side of the map, right there below the canyon, right by where you get Wo-Chien, you can shiny hunt it pretty easily over there. Ooh, did not mean to run into that one. Luckily, even just running into it, unless I actually kill it or catch it, it does not count towards the dispersal. And luckily, the shiny Voltorbs do not explode in the overworld. They can explode in battle, but they won't explode in the overworld. So that's a plus there. I just realized I never updated for the last box of Tadbulbs. Settings 548. There we go. You having trouble finding Clodsire? Yeah, I believe it is the only ground type to spawn over there. Unless Toadscool is over there as well, but yeah, it'll be this spot right here. this area right here is a good spot to hunt them. Either make a poison or a ground type sandwich, and that's where I found both of mine. So I definitely recommend it. Recommend hunting them there. I just don't remember if I made a ground sandwich or a poison sandwich for them. I think I'm going to keep Poplio set as my recent. Even though I have found 2 shiny Voltorbs since then, I think I'm still going to keep Poplio set as my recent. So. How long did it take me to find it? Probably about 2 I think I was in my second sandwich when I found my first one. So, between 30 minutes to an hour. It's definitely not my longest sandwich hunt to do that. And definitely not my highest number of encounters for a hunt. Currently, my longest sandwich hunt, which you keep track of by how many sandwiches you've made to try to find it. My longest sandwich hunt is Bombardier, which was 17 sandwiches to get. And my highest encounter sandwich, not sandwich, my highest encounter hunt is, well, was, yeah, still is, shiny Applin through Masuda Method, which got me, what was it, 631 eggs. So, oh yeah, no, I am, when it comes to getting some shinies, I am dedicated. Bombardier was literally one of the first ones I hunted in this game. And the reason for that was, I wanted to get, I started shiny hunting in this game, specifically going for the team that I cleared the Elite Four with first. And then after that, I went after any of the Scarlet Paradoxes. And then after I finished that, I wanted to go for each of the Pokemon that had a Titan of it. Which, fun fact, I actually had a Pokemon that correlated to all 3 of those groups. Because I used the Great Tusk in my championship fight. And then after that, I just kind of started picking randomly. So Bombardier was in that 3rd group of Pokemon that I started my Gen 9 hunts with. And my goal for Scarby is to literally just get all new Pokemon as all the new Pokemon as shinies. And the only one I have left to get is legitimately just Bellabolt. And I told myself once I get that, I will trade away all of my duplicate shinies. And after that, but now I'm thinking I'll probably do it after my sleep lock coming up, which, by the way, is this card that's right above me here. I know it's kind of hard to read, but my sleep lock is the second. The sleep lock will be Saturday, March 23rd, and it is a Pokemon Crystal Garden Lock Sleep Lock. So that is going to be a bit of a challenge in of itself. I'm running around with Tadbulbs in my party. the number is definitely getting lower. That is the second tier. That's not the final tier. Actually, let me double check that. I think that's the second tier, not the last tier. Do. Mass outbreaks right there. Of course, Ravi doesn't list the tiers. Pokemon Scarby. Outbreak. Texts. No, the one that you want to look for is there is not many left in the original Outbreak. You cannot trade Herba Mysticas, unfortunately. Herba Mysticas cannot be traded, because they cannot be given to a Pokemon, unfortunately. Yeah, not a problem, Tai. Not a problem at all. And honestly, it took me a while before I learned that too, Tara, so... Is it alright that I call you Tara? So don't feel bad at all. Yeah, Herba Mysticas, while they are a consumable item, they are one of the few consumable items that cannot be given. My favorite shiny? Rayquaza. I know it's a very generic answer, but I love the black shinies. And my favorite of all time is actually Rayquaza. What about you? What's your favorite shiny, Tara? Oh, I don't want that. I'll bring over that, because if I accidentally click, I can move something. You know what? Everyone in chat, what is all your favorite shinies? And I tell you what, if they're in Scarby or PLA after I get this Bellibolt, I will hunt down each and every single one of these, each and every one of your guys' favorite shinies. Unless I already have it. Favorite Pokemon is also your least favorite shiny? Think. I know you've told me your favorite Pokemon so many times, Tiny. And I am so going to get an earful from you and from Sanity. But I, for some reason, cannot for the life of me think of what your favorite Pokemon is. Garchomp. You saying Landshark instantly made it click with me. You know what? You're being annoying to me, Bombardier. You can leave me alone. Because you're not actually leaving me alone. But no, it's understandable that you don't like Garchomp Shiny because it changes so little. If it had kept the Gibble and Gabite Shiny color scheme, Garchomp Shiny would be so amazing. But they didn't do that. They changed the color scheme and made it just like slightly darker. No, so overall for me, Black Shinies are at the top, with Rayquaza being the top of that list. But then after that, the other Black Shinies just kind of fall into place. All of those for like second place, and then coming in right behind that, it's actually one of those that doesn't change a lot, but it has one of my favorite non-hunting shiny stories to it of all times, and that would be Regice. And I know Regice doesn't change much, but I love it just because of the story that I have with it. And I know I've said it before. I know I've told the story before, and if you guys don't want to hear it, I won't tell it. But if you guys want to hear it, I will tell it. So, I totally screwed up. Well, I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, Tiny, but I'm pretty sure prior to Gen 5, so Gens 1 through 4, the shiny colorations were all algorithm based, so they didn't design any of the shiny Pokemon. And then starting in Gen 5, they actually did start designing them. And yes, I do know that they have gone back and changed some of them out and improved on some of them, but like there's only so many that they can actually change before people actually start getting pissed off that they're changing too many of them. I will say though, I think one of them they did design at least one of them in Gen 3. Because there's one Pokemon whose shiny changed from Gen 2 to Gen 3. Do y'all even know what Pokemon that was that changed the shiny from Gen 2 to Gen 3? Because, like, Gen 2 is when you actually get to see shiny colorations. You can technically get shinies in Gen 1, but you wouldn't be able to tell until after you transfer it up. Gen 1 was originally black and white. Not exactly. Because black and white was Gen 5. He's a sleeping shiny! He's a sleeping shiny! On the OG Game Boy? Well, it was on the Game Boy Color. It wasn't actually OG Game Boy. Because there was color to it, I believe, right? Wasn't there? Yeah, because I played through Blue. I played through Blue already on the channel, and there was color on that. Oh, did not mean to do that. I mean, they were limited on their colors back then, but, like, even then... Even then, I think they still had some colors on the Game Boy. But what's your favorite shiny, Tiny? What's your favorite? You don't actually know? Oh, that's fine. You're not actually a shiny hunter, so, like, it's understandable. Hydreigon's pretty cool. I actually don't like Hydreigon shiny that much. Your favorite shiny is Fortress? Yo, shiny Fortress is actually really cool, not gonna lie. I love shiny Fortress. It is a nice color. It's a nice golden color. I love it. Sorry for taking a while. Don't worry about it, Tara. Don't worry. I'm a pretty laid-back streamer. As you can see, my chat is very, very empty. I don't get a lot of chatters, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I stream more so to be a comfort streamer for people to come in and just relax and vibe with. I'm perfectly fine if people don't talk. It's just, I don't typically talk myself. So if I don't have that talk back, it just tends to be a quiet stream with more of just the music from the game or whatever music I have playing in the background. So. It all depends on if you want me talking or if you don't, as to whether or not it's okay for you to talk. But. Explode, you Voltorbs! Oh, I knew what you meant. You didn't have to delete and reword it. I knew what you meant. Also, Tai, have you had any luck yet? Because there's number 3! That timing was just bad! I feel bad for that timing! I tell you what, Tai, if you don't get a shiny from this, I will send you 2 of them. And I don't care if you send a shiny back. I will give you 2 of them. Especially for the timing on that. Outbreaks keep disappearing before you see that text. Oh, that should be text number 3. So you find the outbreak and you see. Oh no. So you reach the outbreak and you have the you find an outbreak of said Pokemon, right? And then you get the number of Pokemon in the outbreak is starting to go down, which is your tier 2. Your tier 3 is the number of the outbreak is definitely getting lower. And then for tier 4, which is the one you want, there's not many Pokemon left from the original outbreak. At least I'm pretty sure. That's what the site is saying anyway. We can actually go confirm that with this one over here. Let me go back over here and let me confirm that, because this might be outdated information. 2022. Yeah, so. But I can tell, I know exactly what it is when it pops up. Yeah, so you have tier 1. Well, you found a massive outbreak. Let me kind of focus on this, and I will get back with you in a second, chat, so I can keep track of the text and stuff. Because I feel bad if I gave you false information, Tiny. Because it could just be that you're missing it. What's my opinion on Gen 8? Gen 8's not bad. Personally, not my favorite. But it is definitely better than Gen 7. And honestly, if I had to choose between Gen 8 and Gen 9, I'd say it's kind of a toss-up between the two. Gen 9 is definitely easier for shiny hunting because you can actually see them in the overworld. But I do like the... okay, so that's tier 2. The number of the outbreak is starting to go down. Overall, though, I do like the story of Gen 8. It's not as fleshed out as it could be, but it is definitely still a great storyline. Come on, Volcarona, get out there, go. Come on, go that way, Meowscarada. Gen 8 is that the story is pretty good. Not as good as Gen 9, but has better graphics. When it comes to the Gen 9 story, I feel like they rushed it. Okay, this is the next tier. They're definitely getting lower. Let's just kill this one directly, because it's not going to want to work properly. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. I had ADHD squirrel moment with the text popping up. I don't even remember what I was talking about, chat. Oh, the Gen 9 story. The Gen 9 story. I feel like it was a little rushed, and it was too spread out. I liked that you had the multiple options that you could do. But it just, you need to, if you're gonna do multiple story paths at the same time, you need to find a way that incorporates them all together as you're playing through. There it is, Tai. There it is. There's not that many left from the original Outbreak. This is the max tier before it disperses. Now we'll add Volcarona back to the party, because we're not going to be sending him out anymore. But I'm almost to the end of my eggs. So once I end my eggs off, we'll raid out. I tell you what, chat, I got 2 streams open that I'm watching right now, as well as I'm streaming. And I'll let y'all pick, without knowing who they are, without knowing who I'm watching right now. Hey, there we go. There we go. There's a shiny from this one. He's just right there too. But anyway, who do we want to raid out to once we're done with these eggs? Do we want to raid out to number 1 or number 2? Without knowing anything about who they are. Because I'll tell you this, chat. These are people I've been trying to communicate with for about a week and a half. They're great people, and I'm trying to get a video project done. Just a single video done with them. But they don't reply for some reason. Quick summary. No marks. Oh well. Yeah, see, we're getting a boatload of shinies from this event. And it's all thanks to this trick. Where do you get Urban Mysticas? You can get Urban Mysticas from tier 4, 5, and 6 raids. Oh no, it's just 5 and 6. Here's 5 and 6. You can get, tier 6 you have a higher chance of, and some specific Pokemon have a higher chance of dropping herbs than others. So I think for Paldea region, I think what you want is like a tier 5 or 6 Blissey. You'll want something different for Kitagami, and I think a Mandibuzz for Kitagami. And then... Oh, whoa, there we go, there's another one, there's another one! See how easy it is, chat? You see how easy it is? But yeah, definitely... You definitely want to, You'll definitely want to search for specific Pokemon for the Urban Mysticas. You know, Tai's actually more of an expert on the Terra raids than I am. He might be able to tell you more about which Pokemon you need to look for Urban Mysticas than I could. Because me personally, when I get to a point that I need to Herba hunt, I just go around looking for 5 or 6 star raids. You know, less about herbs. I mean, that's fair. Now that I think about it, yeah, you tend to just focus on the 7 star raids. Oh yeah. Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem, Tara. If you want, you can join my Discord. Use !Discord in the chat. Or you can look in the description. And there are plenty of people in my Discord, along with myself, that is more than happy to help you out with anything that you need. Information, trades to evolve Pokemon, anything. Tai, myself, a few other streamers, my mods, they're everyone, a lot of people are willing to help in there. Wait, am I running around? I am running around with just Tadbulbs. Gosh darn it. if I have an extra shiny belly bolt. I don't even have a single shiny belly bolt. That's why I'm hunting it. It's because I don't have it. Oh, you don't have Discord? Oh, well then... If you had one, you could join. Otherwise, I tend to stream. Do you have a Twitter? Because if you have a Twitter, you can DM me on Twitter, and we could talk there. I think I know where that comment's going. It's alright, it's alright. I can't really stream during the week, so I typically stream Saturdays and Sundays. Although this coming weekend might be a little more tricky. My girlfriend, I have a long-distance girlfriend right now, and she is coming to see me for the weekend. So... I probably won't be streaming this coming weekend. We'll see what happens. But I'll definitely try. Because interrupting the schedule that you have for streaming, YouTube doesn't like. And the less that I stream to a set schedule, the less likely that my content gets pushed out to new people, so... Got 2 left total. 1 more in the party, and then 1 more in the box, and then that's it for tonight, chat. Okay, so this will put us at 578. And then this one last egg over here will put me at... Oh, not Volcarona. I want the egg. This last egg will put me at 579 for the night. Well, not for the night, but total for tadbulbs. Yeah, keep in mind, Tai, this outbreak event goes until Pokemon Day on the 27th, so you've got plenty of time. Alright, here we go. Last egg, last egg. Are we gonna end the stream with a shiny Tadbulb? And... server says no. Yes, you can. You just won't have the shiny boost. I'll just release this one right here. And then these other ones I will pull out later into home and release them that way. Yeah, so we definitely got a few shinies tonight, chat. We got 13 shinies tonight, total. And like I said, Ty, if you don't end up getting one between now and the end of Pokemon Day, when this ends, you can definitely DM me and I will happily trade you a couple. Because I've got way too many to know what to deal with. Luxio can go in here. Do I have a Drifloon and Drifblim already, or... I do not have Drifloon and Drifblim in this game yet. Oh, actually, Luxio does not need to go in the extras box because I don't have a Luxio. I have a Luxray, though. I have a Luxray and a Shinx. So that actually completes that line. Woo! I need to evolve you. I need to evolve you. Alright, chat, but this is where we will end for tonight. Y'all never actually voted, though. Got two streamers that I want to go raid to. Streamer 1 and Streamer 2. I'm not going to say about who is who, but I want y'all to pick who we go raid out to. Without knowing who it is that we're going to go raid, without knowing the possibilities, I want to know who y'all want to raid to. Number 2. Alright. Since you came up first, Ty, we'll go raid Vandy. They're both technically... They're both doing the same thing, and it's Vandy and Linz. They're both doing Dynamax Adventures to try to get Raikou. Because they did a shiny hunting stream event with a few other YouTubers. Try to get all the Gen 2 shinies. Excuse me. And Raikou was the last one that they needed to complete the Gen 2 shiny decks. And so they're doing this to try to get redemption for this being the last thing that they needed. So when you get in there, use hashtag GardnerRaid in the chat. And feel free to let them know where you came from. And show some love to Vandy. He's a great dude, great content creator. He makes some sick Then We Fight videos. And he is a very loving dude, very great, very amazing. And make sure to drop a like on his stream as well as my own if you haven't already. And until next time, take it easy, Garden Gang, and keep on growing.